Hello, 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 and today's Friday, but happy summer solstice. That's what we are doing readings for today. And we're going to be using a slightly different system, but this is the system I use for myself for my um, seasonal readings. So, summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice, and spring equinox. So, we're going to do this. We have our two decks as per usual. We're going to start off with Aries. And we are going to do a general card. We do a card for each month. Since each solstice is usually on the 21st or the 22nd, I do them for the following month. So you pretty much get like the full energy for that season. So we're going to be looking at July, August, and September. And then, as we know, probably September 21st will be the fall equinox. So we'll, of course, get our readings for that. And we'll see kind of what the energy looks like then. So we'll start off. Let's get our general energy for Aries. Ooh, for summer solstice. There we go. Ooh, the goddess. Okay. So that is the Empress. So you're in a powerful, wonderful state, Aries. I'm very excited for you. That is fantastic. I'm not going to get clarifiers for this card only because we're going to do some for each month. So I'm going to shuffle our second deck, get that nice and clear, and then we will pull out our next three cards. I just want to have this up and ready so I can pull the cards when they come up. All right. So, okay. All right. So let's see what. Let me move that up just a little bit. Let's see what July has in store for Aries. Well, it's going to be a season of abundance. You're going to be, oh, there we go. Ooh, okay. 7 of air. All right. So you're going to be maybe being very clever this month. I would be mindful of maybe people who do not seem to be what they are. They may not be what they seem to be. They may be suspicious, so I'd watch out. I'd be a little mindful for that, just so that, you don't get caught up. Let's get our clarifiers out and see what they have to say. So we have the 3 of chalices. So celebration, you'll be having a good time this month or in the month of July. I really just need to move these out of the way. I'm going to need all of my space for this reading. So let me make sure these are still, oh goodness, there we go. Make sure these are still on the table, still in the camera. All right, so 3 of chalices, king of chalices. Oh, this is got a lot of love energy going on here. Okay. And then 2 of swords. All right, so in the month of July, we're looking at you're going to be spending a lot of time celebrating. You're going to be spending a lot of time having just a really good time, having fun, enjoying yourselves. You're going to be feeling very emotionally available, but you're also going to be someone that other people are reaching out to and connecting to emotionally. Like you're going to have a very emotionally fulfilled life in July, but it's also going to lead you towards a choice. And I think that that's going to be kind of where some of this 7 of air energy comes in. You're going to have to be very strategic about things. So although things are going well in the month of July for you, Aries, and leading you towards that Empress energy overall, there's something that's a little there's something that's a little concerning. There's something that's kind of piquing your interest and that's calling your attention out of this instead of allowing you to just like fully be in the moment and enjoy yourself. And it's going to lead you towards a choice. Like something's coming up and it's going to lead you towards a choice. We then have let me move this over just a little bit. Okay. We then have the 7 of swords. Oh, so in August, you have the 4 of earth, which is you're going to be getting a lot of work done, but you're going to be setting a really nice foundation for yourself. You're going to be feeling very stable and secure, like you made really good choices in the previous month. And this choice about how you're going to deal with maybe this little kind of wonky bit of energy is going to lead you towards a lot of financial stability. Oh, this is great. We got the 7 of swords again. So it's popping up. There's a little carryover. So in this stability, in this moment of you kind of building a life that you feel very secure in, there's still a little bit of like cunning going on. There's still a little bit of maybe there's some individuals you feel like you can't trust, but you're navigating that as best as you can. You're being really mindful. You're making sure that like you're staying two steps ahead of the game, and that you're covering your tracks and covering your back. That energy from July is still lingering on a little bit. But as you do so, and you move into this four of earth energy, you're also getting the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is like basically like fantastic. Like you've built something for your legacy, like you have really stabilized and built a wonderful, beautiful life for yourself. And you're going after those material goods and material riches um very kind of aggressively. Knight of Pentacles, like you are working with the earth, you're working with your skills, you're working with your talents, you're working with everything you've built, and you're just multiplying. So like very much so. So in I would say in August is when you'll really start to feel like you're tapping into that financial material side of the um Empress energy, for your energy that was going on for this season. And then finally, we have the Seven of Fire. So you have a lot of sevens going on. Seven of Fire, though, that's Neptune. He looks kind of homeless. Sorry about that. Don't know what to tell you. But the world, you got the world as your clarifier. You're defending kind of what you've done. You're defending your goals and aspirations. You are in a space where like you're feeling very contemplative, but you're also are happy about where you are and what you've created. Interestingly enough, though, this might be the ending of a cycle. So who knows what's going to come forth in the spring? I'm kind of anticipating. Oh, great. There's lots of room here. Let me move these over just a little because it's hugging that in real fast. Okay. This is really kind of interesting because you go from this, like, August is really giving like the best energy for you, but there's still like this kind of worrisome seven energy flowing through this. And it culminates in September with that Seven of Fire, where like now, okay, yes, you've done all of this, but you're like now you're fully like on the defense in that like you understand you've built this, you understand you put this power into place, and like you're not giving it up for nothing. Okay. And that's because clarifiers are the world. Like you have created the world, you have created the life you've already always wanted. But there's a lot of overthinking coming in now. There's a lot of like, is this the right choice? Am I going in the right direction? Or also like you have so much stability. I feel like you might get a little a little uncertain of things, a little unsure of things, and try to rock the boat a bit, because your next card is the Nine of Swords and your next clarifier is the Judgment. So it's like you're contemplating, like now that you've got everything in place and you know that you can do it, you're contemplating starting over, kind of reshuffling things. Like now that you've, you know, met the end of a cycle and met completion and satisfaction, you're kind of starting to think about like these questions of what else is there? Where else do I need to go? What else do I need to be doing? That's starting to come up for you. So in September, do not be surprised, Aries, if you start to contemplate and start to think about moving, if you start to think about changing jobs, if you start to think about, you put together a really successful project and now you're ready to work on something else, like that's going to come up. Do not be surprised by it. Like it's fall, maybe an interesting time for you just because of where you decide to go. Your outcome card, let's see where we are heading at the end of this. And I also have to see how I can fit this on here so that y'all can actually see it. I think I'll just put it up here. That'll be fine. Your outcome card is the Crone of Air or the King of Air. So you're going to be very, this is interesting. Like we didn't see as much of this. Like we saw the swords. You had a lot of swords, the Seven of Swords. You have both of those. And interestingly about the Seven of Swords is that it's not necessarily a confrontational energy. It is very much more of a sneaky energy, much of a like you're peeping the energy in the room and you're making moves related to that. So you're kind of operating on a more intuitive level, but a King of Swords is much more very straightforward and is much more like you having those open lines of communication. Like you're not hiding in the shadows anymore. You're not on the defense anymore. Like you're getting to the end of the cycle and you're stepping to the forefront as the King of Swords, and being like, yo, like I've seen all this stuff that was going on here and I was dealing with it. I was making it work for me because I am the empress and I will be successful in everything that I do. But I'm not going to let this foolishness kind of go on backstage anymore. Like I'm confronting it head on. And that also may be like what ends up coming from this shift with the world. Like you've got everything that you want, you feel so much more secure, but you feel this energy of like you don't want to have to be kind of chasing things behind the scenes. You want things to be up front so you can actually enjoy what it is that you've done. And so with that nine of swords energy, that's just kind of like you don't want to be stuck in your head anymore about this. Like you're pushing it to the front, you're making that judgment, you're reacting in a different way. So all right, what a summer. Great summer for you, Aries. Lots of prosperity, lots of money, lots of getting all the things you want, and lots of you being true Aries and being confrontational about foolishness. So I am very much so here for it. All right, so let's get Taurus and see what's coming up for Taurus for summer 2023. All right. Taurus summer 2023. And since I haven't done anybody's seasonal readings in a while, I don't even know what like kind of your energy was like for the past season. I know Tauruses were lied to and told how this was going to be their year and blah, 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 blah. But instead, like we're going through a lot. I think you're now starting to feel some of that though, that good energy, that Jupiter expansion. But here's the thing, Jupiter is not particular about what it expands. Whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. So if you've got a lot of foolishness going on in your life, all Jupiter is going to do is expand that. So it really was like you do need to do your shadow work and you do need to cleanse and clear so that you're not caught up in like just getting more and more and more stress and all that fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into 3 over here so I have plenty of space. And let's get your general card for Taurus. Taurus summer 2023. What's coming up for Taurus? Ooh, there we go. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out if this should be upright or reversed. I think it needs to be upright. Okay, you got the 7 of water, or 7 of cups. So you have a lot of options. I don't know if that's like the best the best recommendation, but you're gonna have a lot of options. You're gonna have a lot of choices. Like maybe this will be the summer of love for you, Taurus, but you're gonna be really figuring out what it is. And maybe that is that wonderful Jupiterian energy that's giving you all this expansion and it's leaving you with all these choices that you can make. Let's see. Okay, that came out pretty quick. 3 of air. Ooh, well, that kind of explains some things about why it was a 7 of water. In this particular deck, though, the 3 of air is about divination, and it is about going within to figure out which route you want to take. So, in the month of July, Taurus, you're going to be really needing to go within. You're going to be needing to do some self-respect reflection. You're going to need to allow your heart to be broken open. So, yes, this could be the ending of a relationship. I don't necessarily. Well, we'll see. Let's get our clarifiers out. All right, first card is the Emperor as a clarifier, and then we have, okay. Then we have the Fool, and then we have the 4 of Chalices. Okay. So you're needing structure. You're needing structure. You have so many choices, I think, that are coming into play for you that as you try to figure out what it is that you want to do in the month of July, like how it is that you want to navigate all of these options available to you, you're needing structure. You're not liking the instability of the energy. You are really like, I don't really know about all of that. But from that, you then take a leap of faith. You're like, you know what? This is something I've always wanted. I am no longer connected in this way to this person or this situation that has been separated. We have separated, that's been kind of left in the past. And so you're like, all right, let me do something I've never done before, which is not necessarily very tourist like, but it's it kind of goes in line with if you have a lot of options, sometimes you take a chance. And then you have the four of chalices. So there will be, if you are in a relationship, there may be a new offering, there or a renewal of love, a renewal of the relationship, or it may be a someone coming from your past. So always be mindful of that because you are trying to move forward. So like, mm, or it might just be like a new love. But there is that first of the chalices being offered to you with three other chalices, waiting out of those seven chalices or seven cups. That's kind of like your overall general energy. So, like, I also want you to keep in mind that this is like the first of many. So, depending on what this is, if this is a creative venture, if this is a job, if this is a vacation, if this is whatever, it's the first of many. So like be mindful in those choices that you're making and like take your time. Like really go within and feel it out. Follow the advice of the three of air. Let's see what's coming up for you in August. August is the eight of air. You guys, y'all, Taurus, you have got to like really get clear on things. Like do not just be making rash decisions. Um Take your time. Ooh, look at all these tens and oh my gosh. Well, August is going to be a big month for my lovely Tauruses. Hold on, we can barely see those on here. August is going to be a big month for Taurus. My goodness. I'm halfway like kind of shook about this because I'm like, oh, this was not anticipated, but it never is. It's tarot. It's not anticipated. You need to take your time, go within in August, and be very mindful. You need to meditate on every single thing that comes up for you, and you need to take your time. You have a 10 of swords, a 10 of chalices, and the 10 of wands as your clarifiers for the month of August. So basically, like you are coming to an end of a really stressful situation. So this three of air situation, three of swords situation that was going on over here in the month of July, like, okay, all the stress, all the annoyance that was causing you where you were like, fuck it, I just want to like go and do something completely different. And then it opens yourself up to new options. Great, wonderful. But now you're like, I don't know what to do with all these options. I feel overwhelmed. 10 of swords. But then you're like, all right, but I also have the opportunity to have the like ideal relationship, the ideal love, the ideal family that I've always wanted. We know you love that stuff, Taurus. We know that's your vibe. Okay. But then you're like, all right, but I'm also like really overwhelmed with work. I have just a lot of responsibilities that I've taken on. The idea of getting all of these things that I've always wanted is also overwhelming. All of these options that are coming up to me, they're really great. I'm really excited about it, but it is overwhelming. There is just a lot of like ending of cycles. There's a lot of ending of situations, and it is a little overwhelming for you. But I think that, oh, you know what? Let me get this. I think that this is going to be good for you and that it will allow you, because I was like, why is it so dark on this side? There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Okay. It will allow you to let some of these things go. I think you've had a lot of this energy lingering. I think you've had a lot of these options lingering. You have been avoiding making choices. You have been avoiding ending things. You have wanted to take a leap of faith. You have wanted to start something new. You have wanted to go in a different direction. And you have been holding on to things. And now it's like in August, that time is coming to a close. Like it's over. It's over and done with. It's time to move on. Um, so let's see what your September card is. September. Oh, there we go. 2, wisdom. The high priestess card. So you are going to be really definitely being in a position of power. You're definitely going to be in a space of, I'm sorry, this is crooked. This is driving me crazy. Okay. Definitely going to be in a space of having made a choice. This going within all of these options, like all of these endings and completion coming into play are really pulling you into a space of like, all right, this is it. This is my life, but I'm taking charge of it. I'm taking control of it. I'm not just going to let stuff happen to me. Like, I'm going to be an active participant in my own life, which is great. We love that for you. But you're also like, again, 7 of Wands, like you are defending your choices. You're defending what it is you want, and not in a negative sense, but in a like you're proud of who you are and of where you've gotten because you've taken that time to contemplate and figure out what's the best route for you. We got the 6 of Chalices also, and then the 9 of Wands. So again, some of this is also like it reminds me of that 4 of chalices where we were talking about be mindful of like patterns, but be mindful of like making choices that are, maybe you're healing some of that inner child, but don't be naive in the way that you're going about things and that like you're kind of just dreaming, but not necessarily staying in reality. Like use that wisdom from those experiences that you have had in order to make the really wise choices to like really feel empowered. And then your last clarifier for September is going to be the 9 of Wands. So it's like you put all this hard work into place. You've let the endings happen. You've set the boundaries. You've made the choice. Like the 7 of Water, 7 of Cups brought you all of these options and all of these choices, and you have to be brave, take a leap of faith, make choice. It causes endings to happen, but it also causes manifestations to happen. It causes for your dreams to come true. At least as far as like when you're looking at your relationships and what you want like your legacy to be. And now, even though yes, you've gained a lot of wisdom from this. And yes, maybe you do have to defend some of your choices. Like you feel proud of where you are at the end of this season. All right, let's get your outcome card. Ooh, snap. I want it to be bright. Okay, there we go. It was too close. All right, let's get your outcome card for Taurus. The elements, the Magician. Yeah, you really are like stepping into your power, owning your gifts, owning your talents, moving from a space of hurt and uncertainty. 7 of Water, 7 of Cups, like just being kind of all over the place and needing to move on in life. 8 of Swords, 8 of Air, like to being very empowered. Like you move from a space of feeling confusion and hurt and pain to being empowered and learning from those lessons and those experiences that you've had. So sounds like a great season for me, to me. So yay for Taurus. We're going to move on now to Gemini and get Gemini summer solstice reading. And let's see what we get. Okay. Gemini summer solstice 2023. Gemini summer solstice 2023. All right. So now we've got our clarifiers nice and done. Oops. We're not taking any jumpers on these. Okay. All right, clarifiers are done. And now let's get your subject cards ready for Gemini. All right. Okay. Clarifier or subject cards, Gemini, summer solstice 2023. All right, let's see what your main card is. Main card for Gemini. Main card for Gemini. In bulk. 17. 17. The star card? That looks like temperance, though. Does that look like temperance to you all? 17. Yes, star card. Star card. Because 14 is temperance. All right, star card. Hopes and dreams. Make a wish. All right, wishes might be coming true this season for my Geminis, which sounds fantastic. Let's see what let's see what we get for your. All right. Well, we got 2 cards. So we're going to take one and then the second. So we've already got 2 months out. 9 of earth and 4 of fire. Interesting. Okay. So clarifiers for 9 of earth. This is the month of July. Huh, okay. So you're kind of you're kind of chilling in the month of July, which sounds lovely, right? Like you're feeling great. You've done some hard work. You're kind of in a relaxing mood. You're not really in a very stressful mood. Like you're just enjoying the fruits of your labor. You have a Knave of Pentacles. So you've got a Page of Pentacles. So you are kind of utilizing resources, looking around you to see what you can do with your resources, how you can multiply them, how you can get more from them. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got the ending of a cycle. I mean, it is the change of the seasons, shifts are happening, but you're in a good place to have that occur. And then you've got the Five of Swords. So there's a little bit of this is interesting, there's a little bit of an edge of competition here. There's a little bit of like, okay, I've been successful, but like, do I just enjoy all of this? Are you standing there at number 5 as the winner? Or are you like a little like, okay, I could do more? Are you feeling a little sulky? Like you're thinking things could get better? But overall, in July, it's a very chill energy, but it's also a kind of a leading up to something else, leading up to a little bit of more movement. The 5 of fire or the 4 of fire is for September, or not September, August. 4 of fire is for August. And that's 4 of wands. So another stabilizing card, another like, oh, okay, you've built this really wonderful home and family, and like you have the 4 walls, four wands, and it's housing the energy that you've created previously. But it's also Mars, so it's a bit more excitement, a bit more movement going on here. Let's see what our clarifiers are. All right, so you are dreaming of what it is you'd like to create. Knight of Pentacle of Chalices, Knave of Swords. You are like, there's something new. There's something kind of, oh, and Ace of Swords. There's something percolating. That definitely kind of goes in with that 4 of wands energy. There's something growing inside of you. There's a new interest. There's another subject. There's something, a little bit of expansion coming forth. Like there's a idea that piques your interest related to your wishes and your dreams, something that you've been fantasizing about and wanting to manifest. You've been maybe even working on manifesting that, and it probably started in August with that Knave of Pentacles, and like a change that you want to experience where you can feel like you are being successful utilizing your own skills and your own talents. And so now that you're still experiencing a lot of that stability, but now it's feeling a little bit more creative. It's feeling a little bit more like, okay, I'm safe. I can make a wish. I can venture out. I can use that star energy. You're putting that into place, and there's an idea that's coming. There's an idea that's coming to you. There's something that you want to work on, and it's starting to show up in August. All right, and then let's get your September card. Let's get the vibe for September. There we go. Ooh, the 8, Spellcaster, Strength card. All right. Yeah, you're definitely feeling very empowered. Ooh, interesting. The moon, not everything is what it seems. Go within, do some shadow work. Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new project that's come up from kind of this Knave of Pentacles, this Page of Pentacles has grown, and now you're getting started actually doing the work of what you were starting to put into place in July. Like you're seeing that come to fruition in September. Like, but you do need to go within. You need to stay very grounded. You need to keep in touch with your intuition and your subconscious, but you also need to maybe let yourself be a little more free. There's definitely a connection that we see between the waters of the moon here and the waters being poured from the chalice in the star card or the Imbolc card in this tarot deck, and kind of how you're utilizing that energy. Like this is you tapping into your subconscious to pour those waters forth and to start this new project. And then you do have the King of Chalices as your final clarifying card. Your final clarifying card for this seasons reading. So you're like very much stepping into connecting with others. So it might be something related to relationships. It might be something where you're helping other people be able to manage or to understand their emotions, which is interesting for Gemini. But it's something where you feel very empowered, and it's something where uh, it takes a lot of courage to do this. It's not something that general population is going to be wanting to do or they're going to be wanting to be interested in. It's something that will start you down a new path as far as your career goes and as far as money making goes. But it's going to be something related to being able to assist others emotionally. So, but you're going to need to stay in tune with your own emotions to make that be successful. All right, let's get your outcome card. All right, outcome card is the element of water, the ace of water reversed. So it's kind of like the cup being poured out. And that's why, when I was talking about you need to be really in touch with your own emotions, you need to be in tune with what's going on with yourself. It does seem like you might be moving towards a little bit of burnout or a little bit of compassion fatigue. And that's why I also thought it was interesting that like your reading is kind of going this way of being in a field where you are providing a lot of emotional support for others or helping others to get in touch with their emotions because while Gemini is a wonderful communicator, they're not always the card that I really associate with emotional topics or emotional management. And so I thought it was really interesting that all this is kind of going that way, but it's definitely leaning towards if you do not maintain balance for yourself, you are looking towards some compassion fatigue. You're looking towards some like giving so much to others that you are not filling your own cup and that you are heading towards like being worn out. So I would say that like kind of as it came up in September to be really mindful about making sure that you're filling your own cup, that you're taking care of yourself, that you are watching out for yourself, that you are making wishes based on what it is that you truly want, but that you are asking for assistance and help along the way. So that's it for my Geminis. Don't wear yourselves out, Gemini. I know you're really excited about this new project, new whatever it is that you're putting together, and that makes you feel really powerful and inspirational and like super happy. But like, you got to make sure you stay balanced, Geminis. Stay balanced. All right, to Cancers. Let's see what Cancers have coming up this summer. Summer solstice for Cancer. Let's see what they have going on. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. 3 shuffles for our 3 piles for our clarifiers. I made note that Ace of Cups was on the bottom. So let's see what we get. What we actually get for you all. Okay. For our lovely Cancers. We love you. Let's see what you've got going on. Ooh, it's your season. So your birthdays will be coming up. Happy birthday to my Cancers. And I hope you're enjoying your season as you pull us into the depths of the healing waters of summer. And hopefully you all kind of get to do some of your own magic in that healing waters, Cancers. All right, let's get your subject card for summer solstice. Okay, 3 of water, 3 of cups, celebration. All right, it's gonna be a good season for you, Cancer. Celebration, fun, coming together. You're feeling light. You're feeling free. You're enjoying yourself like you're having a good time. I'm here for it. All right. 2 of waters. Ooh, love. Maybe a new artistic project. Something where you feel very emotionally fulfilled. All right, but you're a little defensive. Okay, that's all right. Oh, the devil. Ooh, indulgence. Ooh, you are having a good summer. Okay. Well, that might be why you're feeling a little defensive over it, because it might not be the most healthy connection that's popping up for you, Cancer. But it's popping up and you are definitely taking advantage of it. So, okay then, do what you do. Enjoy yourself. So you got the 7 of Wands, which is like kind of defending your stance on things. You got the devil card, which is indulgence, which is like just, looking at your attachments, sometimes taking in unhealthy attachments. And then you got the four of wands, so which is a very stable energy. And I think it's one of those things where maybe your connections that you have to other people might be something that others don't necessarily understand or that they agree with. It might be something where you might have experienced a little judgment of this, or where people were like, this is such an unhealthy connection. Why do you keep going back to this friendship? Why do you keep going back to this relationship? Why are you dating this person? Why are you married to this person? You might have experienced some of that questioning, and you've had to be a little defensive, and you might have even been trying to defend yourself about the decisions that you're making because you're having such a good time. You're enjoying this so much. It's fulfilling a lot of your fantasies. But it's also surprisingly giving you some of that stability that you've been seeking and that you enjoy so much, Cancers. You like to have your shell. You like to have your shell. You carry your home on your back with you. You like to, when things get rough, go into your shell, but it's providing you with those four walls in which you really enjoy so that you can actually be free. And I don't know, have fun in that connection. So I think that might be a little surprising for some folks. Let's get your August card. What's going to go on in August? Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Oh, Ace of Fire. All right, so something new. A new project, a new passion project, something that something that awakens you creatively. And it may be this stability, it may be this new relationship. Let's see what we get for some clarifiers. The Magician card, you are feeling very empowered, which I think is beautiful. Like this connection, this new artistic connection or love connection or renewal of love makes you feel very empowered. It makes you feel alive. It kind of wakes you up, which I think is great. I don't know how things have been going for you so much, Cancer, but I think it's great that you're feeling a little bit more awake, a little bit more excited as we move into into the summer, and particularly into the month of August. So Ace of Fires, the Magician card, you've got the Four of Chalices. So you had Two of Chalices, it's expanded. Now there's four of them. You're getting more offers, you're getting more love. It's just expanding and growing. And then to even go further, you've got the Nine of Chalices. Like you're literally just like really enjoying your life. You're just really enjoying your life this summer, Cancers. Like you're going after all the things that you want, and you have a lot of love being poured into you, like a lot of love, a lot of creativity, a lot of just love. Like it's a wonderfully supportive, beautiful, expansive summer for you emotionally. There will be an offer that is made in the month of August, whether this is from the person that you've already been with or the person you're trying to be with. I don't even know, but there will be an offer, some type of creative offer that's coming in. And then we got Yule, of course, which is the Death card. It's in reverse though. So like there's a non-ending. There might be, this is an interesting vibe to get from that. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is about work. Okay. The World card, fascinating. And the Sun. Ooh, this is fascinating. Okay. So the Yule card, which is the Death card in reverse, means that there's an ending that maybe needs to happen but isn't happening. It's a little bit of stagnation. It's a little bit of like, I'm sticking with it. I'm a little concerned that because you put so much effort and a little bit of that defensive energy at the beginning of the season, that like you're not letting go of something that is come to an end at the end of the season. But it doesn't seem to be all that bad, honestly. I think it's just so that it's like you've reached the culmination of what this can be. So you have a Knight of Pentacles, which means that you're working with the elements, you're working with the earth, you're working with that like sense of being. And Knight of Pentacles is definitely going to be you working on a new project. It's related to something financial. Like, so you've had all this like very like emotional energy going on, relationship energy going on for the first part of the summer. And then once September hits, I feel like the pool of fall and harvest season kind of really comes in kind of deep for you. And you're like, whoa, okay, like this was a lot of fun and everything, but I gotta think a little bit more long term, and I need to go within a little bit deeper. So that Knight of Pentacles is like, all right, you're looking around at you now and you're like, okay, at work, how are things going? Because I've been all up in my relationships and I haven't been paying so much attention to like how I actually pay the bills to maintain this lovely home home and joy that I have been able to create in my life. You then have the world card. Like you're really seeing that you have created the life of your dreams. You have, like you have gotten the world out of it. You have reached the end. The world, though, is an ending card. It's the end of the journey, of the fool's journey. Um, it's the end of that hero's journey. You've taken that path, you've grown, you've connected, you've done all those things, but like now you're at that ending point. But interestingly enough, your next card is the sun card, which means that now it's like now that you've actually seen that you can do it, now that you've actually manifested it, now you feel like you can shine and like be seen by other people. So it was kind of like a little, like you were very much so enjoying all of this energy, enjoying all of the connections, the love, the indulgence in, having fun, having a good time, staying out late, going out drinking, going out doing whatever, and whether that's what you like to do or whether you like to go and hang out with your family and take the kids to a water park or something, like you were just all in that all summer. It was great. You loved it. And it made you feel empowered, but it didn't quite pull you out of your shell yet. And it's like until you see the evidence of it, until like you actually get to that space where you can acknowledge it and where the world can acknowledge it. Maybe it's that defensiveness that was at the beginning of the season, is like when you finally feel confident enough to actually let yourself be seen and be heard. So I think that fall might be pulling you a little bit towards more self-development, and more being in the spotlight. I know that's not always Cancer's favorite thing, but I think it'll be really good for you because you've created such a wonderful life. And I think other people will be interested in knowing about how you were able to maybe take a connection, or a creative route, such as like if you're into the arts and things like that, but a relationship that people were questioning and that you yourself were even questioning, and how you were able to transform that into the life you've always wanted. So I think people will be excited to hear what you have to say and your insights. All right, let's get the outcome for Cancer. You got the elements. You got the Magician. So you had the reaching the end of this journey, reaching the end of this path in September, with a Yule card in reverse. And I think it really truly is you're not ending per se this connection, but the ending is coming in your inability to let people see you and to let yourself shine and to let yourself be heard and to like step up into a leadership position, step up onto the stage. And you're kind of really going into that. Like I kind of anticipated that would be your fall energy. You're really leaning into like, and you got the Magician twice. It was a clarifier in August, and now it is your final card, your outcome card in for the season. And I think you're finally like embracing that you are the Magician, that you have everything that you need within you, that you don't need to seek anything outside of yourself. And this energy of questioning and this energy of needing to be defensive ends this season, and you step into your power coming into the fall. So that's a beautiful reading. Yay, Cancer. All right, on to Leos. Leo, when I tell you I'm excited about Leos, I'm excited about Leos because y'all are going to have such an interesting summer. Like your birthdays will be coming up, but we've also got that Mars and Venus energy, that Venus retrograde. Like it's going to be fascinating. We'll hit that 8-8 energy, which I love. Like I can't even tell you how much I love 8-8 energy. I have a Leo moon, so I am partial to all things Leo. And I also have 2 fire trines. So like when Leo stuff gets activated, my stuff gets activated. Ooh, this was a mess of a shuffle. So I'm excited to see kind of what Leos have coming for the summer. And if you would like a personal reading, I do offer personal readings, seasonal readings. Ooh, and I have a sale going on that it's active, but I haven't put out any marketing about it. But I have a summer sale It'll be going on through the month of July for sale on reading. So if you're wanting that seasonal reading to get a personal insights into what will be coming forth for you, it'll be in the same it'll be the same card spread, but it'll just be for you specifically. So instead of it being just a collective or just like general, it'll let you know exactly what's coming for you. All right. Let's see what's going on with our lovely Leos. Okay, here's your main card for the season. Ooh, okay. That fell on the floor. Oh. Mm. Samhain. Hmm. What card is that? That's what? 18? That can't be 18. What is that? Is that the moon? We're gonna look that up because I want to correctly tell you what that card is. Samhain. Oh, it's the moon. Ooh. Leos, what's going on? I had such high hopes for you. And I'm putting that in the upright position, but it was really to the side, and I'm halfway thinking that it is supposed to be in reverse. But we're gonna put it in the upright position. All right. Well, Leos, you thought you were gonna be just like everyone else has such wonderful energy. Leos, you've got some shadow work to do this summer. But let's see what the shadow work topics are going to be. Like, let's see what you're figuring out. I would also be very mindful, and it might be that Leo Venus retrograde. It might be that retrograde bringing some stuff up, digging up some skeletons, doing what you know retrogrades do the most. So let's see what your energy is going to be like for July. Let's get July's energy. Crone of Air. Okay, King of Air. You need to have some good boundaries. You may be helping other people, figuring out their boundaries, being very clear on that. Let's see. Okay, Four of Wands. All right, so you're feeling stable. Things are secure. You've created a good connection with others. You have like a wonderful, nice little like home life and everything, and you're just like enjoying it. It's great. You have a Two of Pentacles. You have a choice, and you're also building up your resources. So there might be a choice when it comes to work. You might be in the run for a promotion, or you might be looking for additional something. Like you have options coming up for you. And so you're kind of looking at all the things that are available, and you're figuring out if you want to take a different route with that. You do have this stability that's going on, so you're feeling very secure in your home life. And now it's like, all right, what else can we do? Ace of Wands is saying that, something's being handed to you. There's an opportunity, there's an event that's going to be handed to you, and that you need to be very clear on where it is that you want to go when that opportunity shows up. So, like, you have that stability, you start looking for expansion, you start looking for additional resources, and you get another opportunity. And it's one that is exciting for you. It's one that you're interested in. So let's see what we get for the next month. Mabon, Justice. Okay, Justice card. And let's get your clarifiers. Oh, look, who's here again? Well, July is setting you up for this kind of culmination of your seasonal energy in August. The culmination of when you will need to utilize and kind of have this moon moment will happen in August with the Justice card, the Moon card, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay, so I would definitely say, oh, it's August. Wonderful. I would definitely say that maybe even during should be a nice, lovely Leo new moon, you want to do like a really intense deep ritual, intense, deep shadow work around like, are you getting what you deserve out of life? Are you being fair to yourself and others in life? Like, are your scales balanced? And are the scales of your existence right now balanced? And that might be what this moon card is all about. In that, like, you have within you desires, you have natural inclinations, you have intuition that points you along a certain path, and you want to make sure that you are actually balanced out, that you're not so much in the sun as Leo, on the stage performing, creating and being who everyone else wants you to be, that you've lost your own connection to yourself, and that you're like on the path that you want to be on, that you're leading the life that you want to live. Like, you need to make sure that you're getting what you deserve out of all the things that are going on in your life. We then have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like quick communication. Like, there's a talk that's coming. We saw that with the Crone of Air, the King of Air, that was very much like you working with others and having a lot of conversations with others, helping them get their ideas together around like what's going on with you in your life and the path that you want to take, in that expansive, like, oh, okay, I have more choices. Like, I can do other things to make money. I can do other things to be successful. And like that opportunity that comes in, like making sure that the contract will read correctly, justice card, legal things, making sure contracts are fair, read the fine print, like make sure there won't be any legal issues, but also like go within and make sure that like follow your intuition in that. And as this communication increases and starts to grow, like we then get the Emperor card, which is very like it's very strategic, it's very organized, it's very stable, it's very like, it is the Emperor. Like, if there's not someone who creates the foundation and creates the laws and then holds the laws in place and makes sure that like everything doesn't just fall apart, there's no justice to be upheld by the justice card. And so like you're needing to make sure that that is in place, and that you are somebody, I don't know if it's you, maybe it's your lawyer, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's somebody, a manager, needs to be making sure that like all of the T's have been crossed and the I's have been dotted, and that like everything is very clear. And advocating for yourself. Like, this is a very strong advocating for yourself, but not necessarily like just like in that general sense of a self, but like at your core of who you are, that is in alignment with your values, that is in maintaining your integrity, that like that is the crux of everything that will come up for you in August. Okay, let's get September. I was not expecting this to be so deep, Leo. I just want y'all to have fun. I wanted me to be able to have fun. Let's see what August has for us. Oh, of course we get 2 cards. Okay, well, we'll keep both of them. Okay. We got Ostara, which is the devil in reversed. And we got the Judgment card. Interesting. I'm gonna keep both of these cards. I surely am. I'm gonna keep both of these cards. And I'm gonna move those up just a little bit. Okay. We're keeping both of those. Let's get your clarifiers before I start talking. Ooh, the Death card, King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Chalices. Okay. We're coming out on top. Good. Okay. The Ostara card, which is the Devil card. Is that the Devil card? No, that's the, my goodness, that's Temperance. Because it's 14. Oh. Okay. Great. Even better. Temperance. But it's Temperance in reversed, which means you out of balance. Something has gone awry. We in August, we were supposed to be maintaining the balance. We were supposed to be making sure that we were getting what we deserved, that the contracts and everything and the communication was very clear and together. Something has gone awry with that. Something has fallen a little bit out of balance. But it's fallen out of balance in order to release you from the ties that were not serving you, because you got the Judgment card right after that. Like, they're hand in hand. Um, there's a connection. There's a situation. There's something you're tied to that is not serving you. Your clarifiers for this are the Death card, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Chalices, as I've said. There is something that's needed to end. And its time is over. Like, it's done. It's done. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to let go. Um, It's over in September. But and maybe it was, you had a 4 of wands, you had a 2 of pentacles. You were looking for something that made you feel excited about life. You were looking for a way of maintaining your resources, like making money and having a nice home and, being a Leo. You were looking for ways to do that, but ways that like lit you up because you were definitely moving into a space, King of Swords, where you were getting a little surly, like you had a little bit of an attitude problem. But it was because you weren't excited about life anymore, which is like Leo's whole thing. Leo is supposed to be the sun. They're supposed to shine. You have 2 moon cards. Like you're definitely in your shadow side. You're definitely leaning away from all that fire energy and still an active energy, but it's air energy. It's much more in the mind as opposed to being like in the body, and in the body in the sense of like that kundalini fire, that like awakening, that sexual energy of creation and life. Yeah, that was a little damp. It was a little not where it needed to be. And in August, while you're going over like, am I getting what I deserve? Is this system working in the way it's supposed to be working for me? Like, am I where I'm supposed to be at? You realize that like that is not happening. The balance is not there. The justice is not where you want it to be. And you cut the ties. And you cut the ties, King of Swords, so that you can be reborn and that you can be in a situation, in a space where like you do get what you deserve. You let this ending come in. You let this connection be severed. You let this, whatever it is happen. And you move into a much more prosperous space where not only are you enjoying the prosperity, but you're able to create prosperity for those around you. So you're a king of pentacles. You're in that like growing and earning space of that, feeling really comfortable and really abundant. And then you have 9 of chalices, and leaving behind this situation that has pulled you away from who you really are, that has not paid you what you're worth, that has put you in connections with people who do not deserve to be around you, like, which has made you live a life that is not like as fulfilling as you would like for it to be. You're not excited to get up in the morning. You're not excited to go into this job. You're not excited to go and meet these people, to have lunch with them. Like that fire that should be there is not there. It's been dampened and you've had to let go so that you could be reborn and you could let go and you could actually be able to now enjoy your life. So, as Leo should be like living it up this summer, there's going to be maybe a little bit of what feels like a cloud over your head. And it might be that Venus retrograde. I'm in the ending of that Venus retrograde coming in towards October. And as this reading takes us through September, but as you let go of this thing that's kind of been pulling you down and really keeping you away from your fire and pulling you more into like other spaces, it's basically just being reborn. Like the phoenix will rise. And then towards the end of September, like as you move through the summer, is when you'll get to be able to enjoy more of this energy and like tap into what will actually feel like Leo season, like Leo's time. Let's get your outcome card. Outcome card for Leo. 3 of Earth in reverse. So 3 of Earth in reverse is like being able to utilize your skills, being very like productive, being very even maybe seeking a mentor or something like that. And I think that as we come to the end of this, like and kind of starting new, I think it's more saying that like you're being a little bit more self-reliant. It actually, in my opinion, falls more in line with like Leo energy, and that it's like you're not out here doing all these things for all these other people. You're out here living your life for you. You're out here doing what it is you want to do, and making your life work in the way that you want to see it happen. Like you're stepping into your power, you're stepping more into a like Leo energy vibe, and you're not out here depending on other people, or feeling like you don't have the option or the ability to utilize your own skills and resources. Like you're like, nah, like I'm doing this here on my side. And I think there's a lot of really important shadow work that you need to do, because it like just literally falls in line here from your main card to the Justice card to the Maven card, which is literally fall equinox, to the Moon card being repeated again. Like you have a lot of like going within and getting back to your true self and lighting that fire within yourself and releasing the things that have been like dampening your spirit. Like your spirit has it is like okay. I have a lot of old school references, but like they used to have like wood fire stoves, right? And you put the fire in there and then you put like the cover on, it's like the dampener so that like you can actually like control the heat of the fire and all that fun stuff, right? And it's like you are the wood fire stove and there should be all this firewood within you and you should be able to have this wonderful beautiful fire like growing within inside of you, but it's like someone took the dampener and put the dampener on and like your heat, your fire has just kind of been controlled, it's been lessened. And this summer is about taking that off, but more so about you controlling your own fire, like you getting that power back. So all right, Leos, that was not the reading I was anticipating, but apparently it's the reading that we need. So that is summertime for our Leos. And let's get our Virgos. And I think I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back and finish up our last 6 signs. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock. Yeah, let's get our Virgos. And then I'll take a little lunch break for myself. And then I'll come back and I'll finish up for the last 6 signs. Okay, so we have Virgo, summer solstice. Virgo, summer solstice. Virgo, summer solstice. Okay. Oh, it's loud. Sorry. Okay. These cards feel heavy too. I think I'm going to need to cleanse them before I do the next 6 because these cards feel heavy now. All right. Virgo, summer solstice. The energy got kind of intense. Virgo, summer solstice. All right, let's see what our Virgos have going on. Virgo, general card for Virgos. Oh, there we go. Ooh, the God. You got the 4, the Emperor. All right, structure, stability, order. That's a lovely card for you, Virgos. You're really kind of stepping more into a more comfortable space for yourself, Virgos. 10 of Fire. All right, you've got a lot going on. Maybe a lot of responsibilities that are happening right now or will be coming into play in the month of July, Virgo. Interesting. You got the 8 of Wands, you have the Devil card, and you have the Knave of Chalices. Okay. Well, you're feeling the stress and the weight of the responsibility of things. One, because you are carrying a lot of responsibilities, but it is something that you have chosen to take this path, and it's something you feel very excited about. But it's also something that may be like a passion project. It's not necessarily maybe your usual um, your usual behaviors, your usual way of getting things done. Like you've kind of taken a step to the side and you're like, no, this is something that actually makes me feel really excited about life and that I'm very connected to emotionally. But it also feels like it's a little out of my depth. It's a little out of my realm. So no, I haven't felt necessarily very comfortable, which is why I'm getting the Emperor card, trying to find that stability in all of the things. And the Knave of Chalices. So this is kind of exploring your feelings. Like I'm definitely seeing how like because some of this is very fiery and very watery, this path that you've taken, this project that you're working on, this all the things that are coming up for you in the month of July, that is definitely pushing you outside of your comfort zone. And so that's why it feels stressful. It's not necessarily that like you've taken on more stress than what you usually have. You're a Virgo, whatever. It's more so that it's different and new, and not your usual like overworking yourself. It's really like this is something that I'm personally attached to. Like this is my personal like passion project, and that's why you feel stressed about it. You also may be, I mean, if we read this traditionally, devil card could be that like, I don't know, there's some negative influence, there's something that you're indulging in that you're not dealing with in a healthy manner, and now you have to explore your feelings about it. So you might be overworking yourself. That could also be a thing, and you need to examine why. Let's see for the month of August. August has been a big month for a lot of people. Let's see what's going on. Seven of air. Okay. So you are definitely not necessarily balanced out. You need to seek a little bit of wisdom. What's going on, Virgo? Oh, you got the seven of chalices. It's the options. Is this a relationship thing? You're taking a leap of faith. Ooh, okay, yeah. And alrighty, this might be a relationship thing. That Knave of Chalices might have been a relationship thing, a companionship thing. You have a lot of options available to you. You have no idea which way to go. You are trying to slow down enough to be able to actually make an informed decision about which direction you want to go in, but you're not doing so because there's just so much going on, and you already felt overwhelmed chasing after this new thing and like feeling so passionate about your life and about the projects that you're working on, that for now for you to get even more options, especially in a relationship, especially like even it like, and it doesn't have to be like love, it could be friendships, it could be work, it could be any relationship that's going on, but there be so many options, you are feeling definitely overwhelmed and you're like, F it, I'm just gonna jump. Like, I can't get my mind to settle enough to be able to see the clear path forward in this. I'm just gonna jump and hope that it works out. And it seems like it's gonna be okay. It may be something. Six of chalices is kind of indicating that you might be taking a little bit of a naive approach to things. You might be like caught up a little bit in the past. You may also just be like, it may be something though that's fulfilling a childhood dream of yours. And maybe that's why you're like, I don't like, I could make a very logical, you know, Virgo response and take the logical path that makes the most sense and be the savior for everybody else. But I'm going to indulge myself a little bit and I'm going to do the thing that's going to allow a little bit of inner child healing for myself. It is not necessarily the logical path. It's not the usual Virgo route. Um how this ties to the emperor, I have no idea, but it's there. Our last card for the month of September is the Crone of Water. It is the King of Water. Yeah, you're definitely getting much more in tune with your emotions. You have the Seven of Air again. So this kind of maybe needing to be a little clever, maybe not feeling like you can trust everyone around you, maybe feeling like you have to cut some corners around things. Um, but also feeling like you just don't it's the path forward is not clear, and so you're just doing the best that you can in this one. Now like you have all these people, so you went from the fool, you took the leap of faith, you got the six of chalices. It might have been a little bit of naive choice, but it's like it's something you've always wanted, it's something that you're interested in. And now like you have other people who are coming to you asking you for assistance, and wanting to connect with you emotionally. And now you're managing not only your own feelings about all this stuff that's going on, but you're managing their feelings as well. And you're like, okay, like I need to be clever about this. I need to think outside the box with this. I need to make sure that like I'm covering myself. And that justice card, that I am making sure that like things are balanced, but also that I'm going to get what I deserve out of this. That I'm not going to get like left in the dark, or that I'm going to do all the emotional work and that I'm not going to get anything from this. And then Knave of Wands, Page of Wands. Um, Knave of Wands is definitely saying that like this is kind of that startup. It's like it's interesting. This is giving me like a cycle energy, which is, I don't know if that's the best thing, but it's definitely giving me a little bit of a cycle energy because we go from that 10 of fire at the beginning in August, in in July to ending with your clarifier under the Crone of Water or the King of Water with that Page of Water, um, or Page of Fire. And it's kind of like okay, I think that you saw how this has played out before. You've done this before. You've done this game before and it stressed you out. That's how it was at the beginning of the summer. And then it was like you were able to kind of see because you got in touch with, like, you saw a little bit of the deception. You were able to kind of figure that out, about what was not going right with things. You saw that in July. And you kind of really you went inside, you got in touch with your feelings, which is great. Wonderful evolution for yourself. I'm seeing how the Emperor plays into this now. Because the Emperor is a card of like the father, but it's also a card of like taking control. It's of like mastering things. It's of creating a foundation. Like it is the card of being in power. And so like you have been on this journey of understanding and seeing where things were not right and putting that back into place, like evening the scales, evening the odds, putting things back into your favor, fixing some of the issues that were going on with people around you, especially folks who may have been taking advantage of you or other people. Um, and with that seven of air in reverse, it was really saying that, like, yes, the path forward wasn't clear, but that you understood you had to be smart about how you went about things. And even though, yes, you did take the leap of faith and you were like, F it, like, I'm going to just, choose the path that feels best for me. It brought you to this space where now you're in a better bargaining position to be able to say, like, hey, to go from the devil to justice is saying, hey, I don't think that I didn't peep what you had going on earlier. Don't think I didn't see how this was not fair to me, and this is why I had to deal with all the responsibility and I had to deal with all the stress. Don't think I didn't realize that. And in this maturity that you've gained from making this choice that protected your inner child and healed some of your inner child, and might have been seen as naive from the externally, like you provided yourself the opportunity to see what was really coming forth from this. And so now, like, although yes, this is giving like cycles, it's I am hoping that you have learned your lesson from this six of chalices, 10 of fire, um, and that now as you're starting to reconnect, you're much more mature emotionally and you understand how this needs to be better situated so that it's more fair for other people, so that that your life, that's the Emperor, your life, your world is more balanced for yourself and for the other people in it. All right, let's get your outcome card for our, oh, okay, ooh, for our, these cards are ready to come out for you. Okay, ooh, the Tower, radical change, revelation. I think it's needed. The energy in this reading, Virgo, is kind of wonky. Like, it's real wonky. I think you need a revelation. I think you need a wake up call. I think you are trying to learn the lesson. I don't know if it's hitting the way it needs to be so that you're actually getting it. But I think there's a large lesson here on what it actually means to be an active part of your life so that you don't get taken advantage of, but that you're also able to like enjoy yourself and connect with other people. So there's a wake up call coming. That is the outcome. So be mindful, Virgos. That's what I got for you. All right, so this is part one. I will be back in maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I will finish up our last six. I'm also going to go cleanse these cards because they got real heavy. These got real heavy moving towards the end of these signs. And so we're going to cleanse the cards just to make sure that like we can start fresh with our next group. So I will see you all in about 2 hours. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.